Alright, I made it back with another video, a little quicker than the last time. Sometimes things don't always go as they should in the fish room. I'm definitely not perfect. I'll try to update some of the ones I haven't updated for a while. I've kind of mentioned in a comment I put up that I had treated myself and bought some new strains coming from Thailand. And so I've had to free up a lot of tanks, which I'm working on. I've still got to take this one down. This one I got to clean and set back up. Same with that one. This one, I had lost the rest of the Schubel full greens. I never got fry out of the female before she died, and the virgin female that was. The other female was hit and had about 70 or 80 babies in transit on the way to me, but she didn't live and they didn't live. So I put the male in with something I hope will be compatible and interesting. A couple of females from the half black pastels. So I thought that would be a decent cross. He should give me some half black light greens, hopefully, along with, maybe if I get lucky, there'll be a couple of green deltas in there. But one thing with crosses is you always get a nice surprise. So we'll see what I end up getting. He still really doesn't look too green yet. It's just a very dark male, and I'd like to keep him around as long as I can, and hopefully get some fry from the females I put in. And this one you can't see in too much still. I'm trying to clear out the green water. There's one of the assassin snails. And these are the stores back yellow swords that I got from Alan Baez. They're looking like green now, but they are yellow. Got some fry in there with them that I'm letting grow out because I don't have a place to put them yet. These are the cross I had made of the Pingus and Black Moscow. This was the Pingu male to the Black Moscow females, which gave me, well, that's still the female, still in there. And it's kind of like a black or a gray Pingu still. So I'm going to try to get this moving more towards the black pandas like I wanted, but these are definitely cool looking, whatever the heck they are. Trying to isolate one of the males, and they're all not cooperating. All right, try it again. Sometimes they think I'm feeding them. Let me get a little clearer thing. You can see that they're either black or gray with a nice long dorsal. The tail is not misshapen. It just, the color just doesn't go all the way to the end of it. And now they're all in the way. All right, try one of the other ones. All right, nothing. Well, take my word for it. They're like a gray or black Pingu, more or less. There's one of them. It's interesting. And this was the other cross that gave me like a full black with like a AOC pattern in the tail. Not much in the dorsal yet. Interesting. Well, this female doesn't look too good. I'll have to get her out. And not bad though. It's kind of cool looking. It's something I'll continue, but in fact the whole tank I think I'll give them a round of the medicated flakes. Flakes are looking a little funky, so I don't want that to get worse. So, and this tank is a few of the long fin platinum red mosaic Dumbo ear, big ears. One of the males has the long fin genes. Well, they all have the long fin genes, but one of the females exhibits the long fins. So it's kind of cool looking. It seems to be skipping a generation for me. Or not for me, because I don't have long fins for the fish. So that's the male that's got the long fin thing. Actually, that's a him right there. There we go. I was going to say that's a plant root, but that wasn't him. There he is. But these are nice fish, and I've culled it down quite a bit, and just have a couple of trios in this tank, and this tank as well. Although I don't think I have long fin ones in this tank. I think I just have regular fins in this tank. So there's 2 males, and I think I have 4 or 5 females, which would either make it 2 trios or slightly more than 2 trios. So hopefully once I get some fry out of them, I can put them back in the tank, different tank, and see what I end up getting as far as any long fins or regular fins. This batch, there was no long fins whatsoever. They are separate from these, where I did get some long fins. This was a drop from a different female. I split it up into 2 lines of them from the original 2 pair that I got. And this is the other line. See if I can get into this tank so you can see what's in there. I set up a new group of, some new groups of the Roebuck red breeders. These are obviously the females. This one is quite fat. The males are kind of hiding. If I can get this guy on there. There he is. Alright, he was on for a second. This is another tank of them, but this tank I got to clean the glass, obviously. There's a couple of fry in there I have to get out. And the males seem to be camera shy at this point. I don't know why. Sure, I guess like hiding in the plants. So I just set these up yesterday, and once I get some fry out of them, which probably will be very soon, because one of the females looks really close to dropping her fry. So I'm trying to get this guy on there. He's not cooperating. I don't know why he's hanging in the back. There's one of the younger males. Real nice coloration on this line. Is really fantastic. Like I've said in prior videos, I just have to call out ones that some males, they get a little bit black streaking in the tail. So, and that seemed to be a trait with the Edge Chiasons full reds. And these are evolved from them. I think Luke Roebuck had bought them from Ed and worked on them some more. So that's what's happening with them. This tank is coming down probably tomorrow. And this is the what's going on with 2 lines. You can see that's a Schubel Blue Delta male I put in with the half black blue females, because I am not getting fry out of the half black blues at all. So I'm really glad I didn't dump the other line, which were looking like half black bluish purple. So what I did is I put the 2 Schubel Blue Deltas in with these half black blues in hopes I'll get some fry out of them. I thought they were just eating the fry, but I'm really not getting any at all. I think I've had 2 fry out of them in like 5 months, so that's not cutting it. So we're going to try see if I can continue both lines here. I used to have a line in the past, about 10 years ago, that was half black blues, but it also threw really nice blue deltas. In fact, Philip Shattuck ended up using it in one of his books. A couple of pictures of mine, they were corresponding blue delta and half black blues I got from the same line. It just threw both, which was pretty nice. Now the male's pretty messed up. The tail is starting to get really beat up, so that's he may not be long for this world, which is the other reason I put the blue delta males in there. So that's what's going on with these tanks. I can update you on a couple others. There's still quite a few I'm doing breakdowns on, so I can get room for these new fish that are coming in probably a week or 2. So hang in there and I will add more to this one. All right, this is another breeding group of Roebuck Reds that I set up. I have, I think I have 5 males and 6 or 7 females in the tank. These tanks are all 10-gallon tanks. And these are young fish, so I may have to cull. Like this one may have to get culled because the dorsal doesn't grow right. So maybe I shouldn't have them in there yet, but I'm going on past growth patterns with these fish, and the dorsals do end up lengthening. So he's just not as big as the others, but I'll see how it goes. I'll keep them in there briefly, I guess. But like I said, a real beautiful fish. In prior videos I showed I had tons of them, but I sold quite a few, and those videos are about a year ago, so those fish kind of crap out at some point. You got to plan the next batches of breeders, which is what I'm doing and what I've been doing. And this tank is coming down. There's a couple of fish in there, but that's coming down. And this is a tank of like a dump tank, I guess. I have a couple of males in here, a lot of young Roebuck Reds, and I'm going to have to figure out which ones I'm going to keep. Once I take this tank down, then the adults in this tank are going to go into that one, and a couple of younger males as well. So that's what's going on with these. And I have this one's got like a yellow spot, so I don't know, in the tail. I'm not sure if she's going to get used or not. I think not, most likely. So we'll see. But I got a couple other tanks I can show you, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is another tank of Roebuck Reds. It's kind of like another tank of ones that are going to get moved into, the adults are going to get moved into that other tank once I drain it, rinse it, set it back up. And the younger ones are going to stay in the tank. There aren't any viable males in here yet, but these are developing quickly to where I got to make sure I get them out of the tank. So I'll be doing that probably tomorrow. I took down so many tanks yesterday and set them back up that my back is crying. So I got to take it easy today, not doing as much. Just try to get a couple of videos done. I already uploaded one today of the using the medicated flakes on the snow white albinos. So this video will probably go up tomorrow or the day after. Should be Wednesday or Thursday. And try to get back on my schedule of a new video every 4 days. Or 5 days. So anyway, that's it for those. I think I have a couple others I can add in, and that'll do it. All right, I'll put this in the middle of the fish update video. This is one of the 2 axolotl babies I got out of that group, and they're doing pretty good. This guy is pretty pooped for the night. He's not doing anything, just staring at me. The other one is over here looking kind of perplexed about something. But they are complete little axolotls now. They have all their gills, all 4 legs, long tail. They wander around now. They walk, they swim, they do whatever they got to do. So we'll see. I'll keep updating you on them. They're getting a good size. They're still in a 5.5 gallon tank. I'll move them into a 10 or else a 15 long pretty soon. A couple of more weeks probably. This guy's looking for some food, I guess. And I've been feeding them still live baby brine shrimp, but I also give them some small pellets, like about a 0.5 millimeter, I guess. And there you go. You can actually see the whole thing now. He's pretty cool looking. So what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Yeah, that's bad. But anyhow, I didn't name these guys. No idea what to name them. I really don't name fish or axolotls, but there you go. So he's pretty happy, and he just wanted to say hello. And I'll finish up the video with some more fish stuff. Okay, these are not Roebuck Reds. These are some reds I got from a friend of mine, Tony Anderson. This is the first drop growing out. And I haven't done any culling yet on these because they all look pretty good. But there's a couple that are going to come out very soon. The females are all good. But I did notice when I moved them into a bigger 10-gallon tank that I had one male whose dorsal wasn't getting big enough yet. I think it was one of them. But these are beautiful fish. Tony raises really nice fish. Excellent with genetics and crosses, and really a good breeder. If he sells an aquabid under Doggy Daddy, you should treat yourself and buy some fish. And I also have some others from him that I'll get on here. Some Schubel reds he gave me. And I'll do that in another video. So I think I've gone pretty long with this one, but I just wanted to update some different strains and some different things going on in the fish room. So appreciate you watching, and see you next time.